The OnePlus 15 has officially started making waves even before its launch, as fresh Geekbench results reveal that the upcoming flagship shows notable performance gains over the already powerful OnePlus 13. And the numbers are impressive enough to spark excitement among tech enthusiasts who have been eagerly waiting to see what OnePlus has in store for its next-gen flagship. Because according to the benchmark listing, the OnePlus 15 is powered by Qualcomm's brand new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. Chipset paired with a massive 16 gigabytes of RAM, and together this powerhouse combination is delivering performance scores that are around 25% higher than what we saw with the OnePlus 13, making it clear that OnePlus is not holding back when it comes to raw power. Now, let's put this into perspective. The Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 is the most advanced mobile processor Qualcomm has developed so far, featuring improved CPU architecture, enhanced GPU performance, and cutting-edge AI integration that allows for faster computations, smoother gaming, and more efficient multitasking. And when paired with 16 gigabytes of RAM, the OnePlus 15 becomes performance beast capable of handling anything from demanding mobile games to advanced productivity tasks without breaking a sweat, which makes it a serious contender in the 2025 flagship smartphone race. And what's even more fascinating is that this performance leap over the OnePlus 13 isn't just incremental, it's significant because A, 25% jump in Geekbench scores means noticeable real-world gains, with apps opening faster, games running smoother, and multitasking becoming virtually seamless. And this will likely set a new benchmark not only for OnePlus devices, but also for other flagship competitors from Samsung, Xiaomi, and even Apple, who will now have to respond with equally powerful devices. But performance is just one part of the story, because the OnePlus 15 is also rumored to feature an upgraded cooling system that will allow the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 to sustain peak performance for longer periods without thermal throttling, something that was a minor issue on the OnePlus 13 during prolonged gaming sessions. And this improvement can make the OnePlus 15 the go-to choice for mobile gamers who need both speed and stability. And while Geekbench scores don't always tell the full story, they do give us a clear glimpse into how well a device might perform in day-to-day use. And in the case of the OnePlus 15, the early signs are very promising. Now, when we look back at the OnePlus 13, it was already a very capable device powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, and it delivered excellent performance for its time. But the jump to Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 is not just a yearly upgrade. It's a generational leap because Qualcomm has overhauled the entire chipset architecture to deliver better efficiency, higher clock speeds, and a more powerful Adreno GPU, which means better frame rates in games, smoother animations, and faster rendering for creative tasks like video editing on the go. And for a flagship smartphone that wants to stand out in a crowded market, this kind of leap is exactly what OnePlus needs, especially considering that the competition is fiercer than ever, with Samsung preparing its Galaxy S26 lineup, Xiaomi pushing the limits with its 16 series, and Apple working on the iPhone 17 Pro Max powered by its next-gen silicon. And in this environment, the OnePlus 15 has to deliver not only in terms of performance, but also in design, cameras, and overall user experience. But for now, the performance gains alone are enough to put it on the radar of tech fans everywhere. Another important point worth noting is the presence of 16 gigabytes RAM on the tested model, because while many flagships still ship with 8 gigabytes or 12 gigabytes as standard, OnePlus equipping the 15 with 16 gigabytes makes it a true multitasking machine, ensuring smoother switching between heavy apps, more efficient memory usage, and better support for future software updates. And speaking of software, the OnePlus 15 will ship with OxygenOS built on Android 15, optimized to take full advantage of the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5's capabilities. And this should translate into an even faster and smoother user experience, with AI-driven optimizations, improved battery management, and smarter background task handling, making the phone feel more responsive and efficient than ever. And while performance is the highlight, right now, leaks suggest that OnePlus is also planning significant upgrades in other areas, including a more refined camera system, a brighter and more power-efficient display, and faster charging speeds. But the Geekbench listing is our first concrete evidence that the OnePlus 15 is shaping up to be a flagship worth waiting for. Because if early performance results are anything to go by, it will easily outshine not only its predecessor, but also many of its rivals. And to sum it up, the OnePlus 15 showing up on Geekbench with Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 and 16 gigabytes RAM confirms what many suspected, that this phone will deliver a massive leap in performance, around 25% higher than the OnePlus 13, positioning it as one of the most powerful smartphones of 2025. And with this kind of hardware under the hood, the OnePlus 15 is ready to compete head-to-head with Samsung, Apple, and Xiaomi in the flagship race. So the only question now is how well it will perform in the real world and whether the rest of its features, from cameras to design to battery life, can match the impressive numbers we're seeing today. But one thing is certain, the OnePlus 15 has already started building hype and momentum, and we will continue to track every leak, benchmark, and detail leading up to its official launch. This is TechVerse.